All right, so this is going to go on page 25. Here's the prompt for it. Who wants to read it? Okay, Alexandra, go ahead. What can you see from there?
Yeah. This is GWC. Get it, want it, have the capacity to do it.
Okay, so everybody say GWC.
GWC.
The G stands for get it, and it is a question, I guess. I guess there might be question marks on here. Right? Get it, want it, have the capacity to do it. I guess there could be question marks in there. I can modify it for that. Okay? So everybody say get it,
Get it,
and then want it,
want it,
and then have the capacity to do it.
have the capacity to do it.
So one of our other lessons we did values. We talked about, does somebody fit your values? And if they do, you want to probably draw closer to that person. If they don't, you might want to consider moving away from that person. And when we talk about values, we always use the term not yet. It just means at this moment they don't fit our values. They might in the future. It doesn't mean you can't love a person who is not a fit with you, right? Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a sibling. Maybe it's my parent or something where I love them, but I go, well, their values don't fit mine, right? So that means potentially, and in a lot of cases, in your cases, you don't have this option yet, but as you get older, you're going to have the option to move away from people that don't fit your values. So that's one issue. This is the second part of that, GWC. So now we're talking about a job. Okay, do you have a job right now in your life?
Not at the moment.
So that's interesting. You said not at the moment. Luca? Good. What kind of job? What kind of job? Do you potentially have a job right now?
Some people
Okay. What are you thinking of when you say some people?
like, I don't know, like juniors, seniors.
Okay. Older students maybe? Does anybody work somewhere? Okay. Where do you work, Alex? McDonald's? Okay. How many hours do you put in a week? 20 hours a week? So that's 40 hours a week is considered full time. So he's working 20 hours a week at a job. Okay, that's a job. Okay, so for you, I want you to think about your McDonald's job when we do this exercise. For the rest of you, I want you to think of a job that you may not actually be paid for, but I would say you might be able to consider this your job. Your parents ever say to you, you have one job to do or something like that? Or what do they tell you?
Like, just go to school.
Go to school. How do they actually say that to you? They say your job is going to school.
Yes, going to school.
Your job is
Go to do your work at school and pay attention. That's all I'm asking for.
So listen to that. Her parents telling her, your job is to go to school, pay attention, do your work. That's all I'm asking of you. I'll take care of all, I assume what they're saying, I'm going to fill in the rest of it as a parent, right? I assume they might be saying, I'll take care of your food, your clothing, your shelter, and you handle your job, and I'll do mine.
Yeah.
Fair enough? Okay, do any of your other parents say that to you? Okay, now you mentioned a job, a different job.
Yeah.
You have chores?
Cleaning my room,
Okay.
well, like washing. I don't know.
Do you wash your own clothes? Yeah, my kids do at home. I got a 13-year-old. He washes his own clothes.
I wash my parents' clothes too.
Okay, nice. Okay, awesome. So look, I want you to think of your job. If you don't have one, your job as a student. Your job is to show up to school on time, right? Like you were working here. I know we don't pay you, but if you think about how you could make money later from this job, if you had a good grades and you went to college and they gave you a scholarship, the scholarship could be worth 80, 100, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. So your grades right now and your attendance right now may actually be a paying job somewhere down the road. Does that make sense to you? So even that pay thing, you might be able to go, well, I know I'm not being paid at this moment, but I will be paid if I do this well. Fair enough? Okay, I want you to think of your job. Pick the one you want. For Eric, pick yours. If you're a student, pick your job. For Alex, pick the job you're doing at McDonald's, right? And here's what GWC says. I need a person in that job. When I say I need, assume we're the business, right? And we're looking at this employee, this job. I need this employee to do three things. I need them to get it. What's that mean to you? Let's take student, because that might fit most of you. Do you get it? Right? Does that person get it? Do they get that their job is going to school, right? Do they get that they have work to do, show up on time, take care of business, get good grades, that kind of stuff, right? Does this make sense to you? Okay. And then, do they want it? How many of you don't want the job of student? Go ahead, be honest. You don't want it. Like, I don't want to be a student right now. I didn't choose this, right? Juana? You didn't choose this job. Somebody put you here, right? Is that fair? You tell me, right? It's your opinion. You guys, you get your own opinions. It's your right by life, okay? You get to think what you want, right? And Juana, somebody else can tell you how to think, but that doesn't change how you really think, right? Okay, so for you, that's your thought process, right? And does that spill over into the way you do your job as a student? You're like, I don't want this, right? So I would love it if I could figure out a job you did want, right? Because then I know you'd probably be more motivated. Does this make sense where we're going with this GWC thing? And then C is have the capacity to do it. That's where the C comes. So anytime you're looking for a job, now Alex, your job will be to think through your job of these GWCs for it, right? So the actual assignment says, for the position at hand, do you get it, want it, have the capacity to do it? On page 25, write a few sentences about what your job is and whether or not you GWC the position. Do you understand the assignment? Anybody want to ask questions about it before you start? Okay, go to 25 and do it.